So, something that I've been struggling with for a little while are hobbies. I've had, I think, over 30 hobbies, and this doesn't count when I was a kid, just as an adult. A lot of things are very, they're come and go. It's probably the best way to put that. They spark my interest. I really get into it. I learn about them. I even buy things for them, and then they just kind of fade. And this honestly, this might be some of the ADD. And again, that crept up on me. Didn't quite realize that was happening, but follow through has always been a little hard on a lot of these things. Like just to name a few: biking, rollerblading, scootering, 3D printer, wood shop, woodwork stuff, photography, videography, things like this, podcast, YouTube videos, which obviously that's still kind of stuck, but it's still a struggle of topics and what I'm doing with it, and I jump from topic to topic, so to speak, for different channels and things like that. Just trying that out. Coffee, got into coffee for a little bit, and that was, it was great until I couldn't have caffeine anymore, and that was unfortunate. Teas, cooking, grilling. What else? What else was there? Origami might have been one of them at some point. Playing the ukulele. Bought a hundred and something dollar ukulele and did nothing with it. Obviously, cars. That was something that has come and gone. That was a little bit longer. That was probably my teens and my college years up to past that, and basically until I stopped working at a car dealership, and then I kind of removed myself from cars altogether, other than the blue car downstairs. But hobbies have been something that are just hard to keep up with because at a certain point it becomes a chore, and then it doesn't become fun anymore. Or like you don't have time to do it, which is really unfortunate because like if you enjoy doing it, not having time to do a hobby can be difficult. So what I've tried to do is space some time out for the hobbies that I have currently, which is this. So on my lunch breaks, I do this. I have a walking pad for running, which hasn't been getting a lot of use because running was another one. But I'm trying to get back into that for health reasons, which is the whole nother thing. But something about hobbies have like I said, I've had over 30 hobbies. I'm going to be 38 this year, and or I am 30. I can't remember at this exact moment. But it, it's one of those things that just they're hard to it's hard to do. It's hard to find time. I don't want to feel guilty about taking time away from my family. I don't want to feel guilty about, not being doing things around the house or all the things that need to be upkept. I changed the mailbox out the other day because the flag had fallen off, the door had fallen off, and it was kind of barely holding on to the post. So I got that all fixed. Things like that. Like I could have been doing other stuff. I wanted remote control cars. That was another one. Drone racing. That was another one. Just all these little hobbies. And I bought a couple $100 racing drone. I got a couple $100 RC car that was electric. And honestly, I never even opened that. I'm just sold it on Marketplace for less than what I paid for it for. But so what my strategy is now is to find hobbies that pull me away from my phone because that's the phone is just it's the black hole of attention, but something that I can involve the family with. So, for instance, the car I have now, which goes away every winter, comes out, is a turbo Subaru, and it seats five. So I can put the car seats in the back. It's older. It's like an '07, so the safety of it's not great, but if I want to go out for a joyride, I can open up all the windows, open the sunroof, and everybody can pile into it just while we go driving around the lake or whatever it might be, or out to ice cream or whatever. For photography, I'm still sticking with photography. I've got so many cameras sitting around here that aren't being used, but I'm using my oldest camera right here. The newer camera's downstairs, and I didn't feel like going to grab it, so I'm going back to my tried and true little Nikon camera here, my little Z30. I love this little camera. It's almost pocketable. If you had like cargo pants, it's pocketable. But then I can take pictures of the kids when we're going out to the park, or videos, home videos of stuff, because it's so awesome to have videos and look back on things that we did or years ago. We every once in a while we go through and we watch some of the videos of like when the kids were younger, or like when we do our Disney trips, not bringing this big camera, but bringing a smaller camera where we can go through and we can remember those trips. All but one Disney trip has been recorded in its entire, well, two trips haven't been recorded in their entirety. One of them wasn't recorded at all, and the other one was limited recording just because we had family with us. The last trip, actually, where all 15 of us went. It was a very cool trip to the Contemporary Resort, which was the first time we went there, but it was very cool. Definitely glad we stayed in the garden rooms because the elevators to the main building took forever. We actually were in a hotel in Texas, Fort Worth, that was very similar. I think it had 11 or 12 floors, but it had 4 elevators, 5 if you count the one in the back, and only 2 of them worked. It was ridiculous. Something about elevators, having multiple elevators and them not working is, I don't know, a common trend apparently. But in any case, basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get back some of my hobbies, but then I'm also trying to make sure that I can engage with the family and kind of include them in it too. Yes, it's nice to have some quiet time every once in a while where I can just like hop in the car, throw the music on, and go driving for an hour or 45 minutes and just kind of clear my head, calm, and whatever. But I do also want to spend time with the family as well. So I mean, it's one of those things that just needs to be worked out. And that's really it. My goal is to find some kind of happy medium where I can do what I want to do, but also include my family, because my family is one of the most important things in my life. It is the most important thing in my life. You can get through everything else, but you need family. Family is kind of the key.